I did it, and I look it. I did it. That was successful. That was a successful beginning, kind of. I didn't get a chance to put all my face on, whatever, but maybe I'll put some eyeliner on. I don't know. We'll see. This is what you get for right now, folks. So you know, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about today, and I was like, I've seen so many cool things this last week, online, and just like listening and just like getting passing and stuff. And I heard this story, and I was like, "What? That that sure sounds familiar." I thought I would share it with you guys because I was like, tell me if this sounds familiar to you. Okay, so we're gonna go over that here in a minute. It is Aztec mythology. It's their creation story explained in animation. You know what? It's like 16, 17 minutes long, and we're watching it. Okay? We're still watching that. And, I've been working on this art project more recently, trying to figure out how to create Metatron's cube, right? But there's just so much to it. I can't even begin to explain. So we gotta kind of circle back around our Metatron's cube. There was this one like video. I wonder if I have it up. But it had like all of the geometric shapes, which I believe found in Metatron's cube, and it's just like a meditation video or something. I don't know, but I was watching. I was like, that was cool. It's pretty cool. So, anyways, I don't know. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit too. Let's see. Look, I watched the trial today, the Karen Reed trial. Now, look, this poor lady. This is costing a bundle for her. She literally has lost her jobs because of all of this goofy stuff. I don't know that I like this shirt. I feel like I need to pin it like right here or something because it is just too low for G. Oh, anyways, okay, so maybe I may have to have an intermission before we start. Like a 3-minute, hey, let's get ready. I wasn't really ready. I was thinking, should I start at 9? No, I'm gonna start at 30. Whatever. You don't need to hear all that stuff. I'm just jaw jacking just to do it. Anyways, actually, you know what? Let's get into the video that I have because I just thought that this story was so interesting. I was in shock that it actually was the way that it was. Look, I heard that there are like 6 different stories of creation, or not different. There's 6 stories of creation, and they all pretty much say the same thing. So this is interesting. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's do it. I'm getting water all over me here. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Here you go. There it is. Okay. You know what? Let's watch it. Let's see what they have to say. I'm gonna take this off so that I can go and do my thing. You can still hear me though, right? Hold on, wait. Hold on. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Sorry. I did not mean to take that off. Sorry about that. I am still here. Okay, let's hit play. Let's check it out. All right.
Long, long ago, before even time had come to be, there was Ometeotl, the dual god. Ometeotl was made by the union of the god Tonecatecutli and the goddess Tonecasehua.
Okay. First of all, hold on, let me turn my camera back on. Say that 3 times real fast, right? I don't think so. It's just, what? So, yeah, okay. A lot of these names are going to be like that. I will not be able to pronounce them. So, yeah. Anyways, okay, let's go. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Where they're
the
at.
Lord and Lady of our sustenance. And so, Ometeotl was both one and two at the same time. They came to be out of nothing, and for a time they were all that was in the whole of the universe, for nothing else had yet been made. Tonacatecutli and Tonicasehhuatl had 4 children. There was Red Sipe Totec, the flayed god of the seasons and the things that grow upon the earth. Black Tezcatlipoca, smoking mirror, god of the earth. White Quetzalcoatl, plumed serpent, god of air. And blue Huitzilopochtli, hummingbird of the south, god of war.
Huh.
The god
A
children
hummingbird.
lived in the 13th heaven with their parents. Of these children, Tezcatlipoca was the most powerful. Together, the 4 children of the dual god decided that they would like to create a world and some people to live in it. It took them several tries before the world became the way we know it today, because the gods fought over who should be the sun and rule the earth.
Oh my god. You guys, okay, let's I'll try to pick up the comparisons that I can and relay them to you as I can. You just tell me.
The first attempt at creation was made by Quetzalcoatl and Huitzilopochtli. First, they made a fire, which was the sun, but it wasn't big or strong enough to give much light or heat, as it was only half of a sun. After they made the sun, Quetzalcoatl and Huitzilopochtli made a man and a woman. They called the woman Oxomoco and the man Zipactonal. The gods told the man and the woman what work they were to do. The man was to be a farmer, while the woman's duty was to spin thread and weave cloth. The gods gave
You know, where'd she get the thread? Who shaved the sheep? Are there animals? Wait, I've got too many questions here.
the woman the gift of maize. Some of the
Corn.
grains were magical and could cure illnesses or help foretell the future. Together,
Oh, wait,
Oxomoco
corn? Corn can help you tell the. Wait, what? Hold on. What did he just say? What I think he said? Corn can help me to tell the future? That golden kernel.
and Zipactonal had many children, who became the Masihuales, the farmers who worked the land. Even though there was already a half sun, and even though there were already a man and woman, the gods had not yet created time. This they did by making days and months. Each month had 21 days, and when 18 months had gone by, this made 360 days, and that span the gods called a year. After there was a sun, a man and a woman, and time, the gods created the underworld, which was called Mictlan. Then Quetzalcoatl and Huitzilopochtli made 2 other gods to rule over this place. They were called Mictlan Tecuhtli and Mictacasehhuatl, the Lord and Lady of Mictlan. When all this was done, Quetzalcoatl and Huitzilopochtli created.
You guys weren't very smart with their creation story. I'm just saying, okay?
Some water, and in it they placed a giant fish. The fish
The Leviathan! Right? So we've got the garden, the land. We've got a man and a woman, Adam and Eve, right? They said they have 4 sons.
was called Zipactli, and the earth was made out of the body of the fish. Oxomoco and Zipactonal had a son named Piltzen Tecuhtli. The gods looked upon him and saw that he had no wife. At that time, there was a goddess of beauty and young women called Soki Quetzal,
First of all, what was wrong with him? Just kidding.
flower Quetzal feather. The gods took some of Soki Quetzal's hair, and from it they made a woman to be Piltzen Tecuhtli's wife. The
If it was only that easy, right? Now they demand a rip.
gods looked at all the things they had created, and they were not satisfied with them, especially with the sun, which was too weak to give much light. Tezcatlipoca thought about how to make the old sun brighter, but then he thought of a better idea. He turned himself into the sun. This new sun was much better than the old one. It was a whole sun, and it gave enough light to the world the gods had made. This was the beginning of the first age of the world, the age of the first sun. The gods also wanted more beings in their new world. They made a race of giants who ate nothing but pine nuts. The giants
They ate pine nuts? I mean, it's possible. Those things will make you gassy, though.
were very large and very strong. So strong were these giants that they could uproot trees with their bare hands. So, for a time, Tezcatlipoca shone brightly over the world the gods had made. But after this world had existed for 13 times 52 years, or 676 years, Quetzalcoatl thought his brother had reigned as the sun for long enough. He took his club and struck Tezcatlipoca with it, sending him plummeting down, down, down into the waters that encircled the world. Tezcatlipoca was very angry that Quetzalcoatl had done this. He rose up out of the water in the shape of a giant jaguar, and in this shape, he roamed about the whole earth. The jaguar hunted all the giants and devoured every one of them. Once all the giants had been eaten, Tezcatlipoca rose back up into the heavens, where he became the constellation Jaguar, Ursa Major. The second age of the world was the age of the second sun. This was the age of wind. Quetzalcoatl made this world, and Quetzalcoatl was the sun during this age. The Masahuales lived in this age eating nothing but pine nuts. The second age also lasted for 676 years, until Tezcatlipoca took his revenge on his brother. Tezcatlipoca came to the world in a blast of wind so great that Quetzalcoatl and the Masahuales were blown away, although some of the Masahuales escaped the blast. These turned into monkeys, and they ran away into the jungles to live. After the time of the second sun was complete, the god of rain, whose name was Tlaloc.
Wait, what? Did he just say? Wait, did he just? Hey, you're here. Hey, okay, so he just says that they turned into monkeys. You missed it. You missed it, love bug there. It says that these people turned into monkeys getting away. Let's just replay it. Just that couple little few seconds. Where are we at? 5:55. Let's just start there.
After the time of the second sun was complete, the god of rain, whose name was Tlaloc, he who makes things sprout, became the sun and ruler of creation, and his age is the age of the third sun. This age lasted for 7 times 52 years, or 364 years. During this age, the people ate the seeds of a plant that grew in the water. But again, Quetzalcoatl destroyed this world. He brought down a rain made of fire, and all the people were turned into birds. After Quetzalcoatl ended the reign of Tlaloc, he gave the world to Tlaloc's wife, Chalchiuhtlicue, Jade Skirt Woman, to rule. Chalchiuhtlicue was the goddess of rivers, streams, and all manner of waters. She was the sun for 6 times 52 years, or 312 years. This fourth sun age was a time of great rain. It rained so long and so hard that there was a great flood that covered the earth. The flood washed away the Masahuales, turning them into fish.
See, we're talking about like these giants were made, but they only ate pine nuts. Anyways, it gets to the Great Flood. Okay, let's sound familiar, guys? Sound familiar? Isn't this interesting?
After the flood was over, the sky fell down and covered the earth so that nothing could live on it. The gods looked upon the world they had made and saw how it had been destroyed by their quarreling. Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca made peace with one another and went down to rebuild the world. The gods each went to one end of the world, where they transformed themselves into great trees. With their mighty tree limbs, they push the sky back up into its place, and they hold it there still. The god Tonacatecutli, the father of Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca, looked down and saw that the brothers had ceased their fighting and had worked together to mend what their anger had broken. Tonacatecutli therefore gave the brothers the starry heavens to rule, and he made a highway of stars for them to use as they traveled. This highway is the Milky Way. Then the gods created new people to walk upon the earth. Once the sky had been put back in its place, Tezcatlipoca took flint and used it to make fires. These fires lit the world, for the old sun had been destroyed in the flood, and a new one had not yet been made. Also, there were no people, for the giants had all been devoured, and the people had all been turned into monkeys, birds, and fish. So, Tezcatlipoca met with his brothers to take counsel about what to do. Together, they decided that a new sun would have to be created. But this would be a new kind of sun, one that ate human hearts and drank human blood. Without sacrifices to feed it, this sun would cease to shine, and the world would return to darkness once more. So, the gods made 400 men and 5 women, and these were to be food for the new sun.
Wait, what? Wait,
Some say that Quetzalcoatl and Tlaloc each wanted their sons to become the 5th sun, and that these gods each took their sons to...
Stop, boys. So, when they say they made 400 men and 5 women, I'm just going to calculate that real quick. What's that calculation? So would each woman have to serve 80 men? Yeah, 80. Well, you know what? It is what it is. Women do the work of, well, 10 men or whatever it is they say. But apparently, don't get me started. You guys. No. 1,000 times. No.
One of the great fires that had been kindled. Quetzalcoatl's son had been born without a mother. The god threw his son in...
How did this happen? I'm not going to ask. You know what? Let's not ask. Let's start that again.
Born without a mother. The god threw his son into the fire first, and he became the new sun. His son rose out of the fire and went into the sky, where he still is to this day. Tlaloc waited until the fire had nearly burned itself out. He took his son, whose mother was Chalchiuhtlicue, and threw him into the glowing embers and ashes. Tlaloc's son rose out of the fire and went into the sky as the moon. Because Quetzalcoatl's son went into the blazing fire, he became a creature of fire and glows with a light that is too bright to look at. But because Tlaloc's son went into the embers and ashes, his light is dimmer and his face is splattered with ashes. And this is how night became divided from day, and why the moon and the sun crossed the sky in different ways and along different paths. But another tale tells how the sickly...
So are they saying that, like, after this flood, that time changed? Like, the way time was? Like, did we switch directions of sorts or something? I mean, what are they saying?
God Nanahuatzin willingly sacrificed himself to become the 5th sun. The gods had gathered at the great city of Teotihuacan to discuss how they might make a new sun to replace the old one that had been destroyed by the flood. One of them needed to jump into the bright bonfire and then rise into the sky. Nanahuatzin, god of disease, whose name means full of sores, came forward. "I will do this thing," he said, "even though my body is diseased and bent, and even though my skin is covered with leprosy." The other gods laughed at Nanahuatzin. They said, "You silly fellow, you are sickly and weak. You will not have the courage to jump into the fire. Let someone else become the sun." Then Tecuzistecatl, the one from the place of the conch, came forward. He was a most wealthy god, well made in his body and well dressed with all manner of gold and feather ornaments. "I will do this thing," he said, "for it would be better that a healthy god make this sacrifice than a sickly one." The other gods agreed that it should be so, and caused a great fire to be kindled.
This is a metaphor?
While this was being done, Tecuzistecatl and Nanahuatzin retired to places where they might fast and prepare offerings to purify themselves, so they would be worthy to become the new sun. Tecuzistecatl prepared offerings that were made of the finest things, of jade and quetzal feathers, and balls of gold. Nanahuatzin's offerings were humble reeds and the spines of the maguey cactus. At the appointed time, Tecuzistecatl and the other gods gathered around the fire. The wealthy god, dressed in his best finery, strode up to the great blaze with its searing heat. He made as to throw himself in, but at the last minute he balked and walked away. Again, he tried, but he could not bring himself to jump into the flames. He tried again, and yet again, but each time his courage failed him. After the fourth time, he walked away from the bonfire and from the other gods, ashamed that he had not been able to turn himself into the sun as he boasted he
Oh no! A lot of people love their lives, boy. Yeah.
would do. The other gods wondered how they would make a new sun, since Tecuzistecatl had failed to jump into the fire.
What's wrong
But
with the
all
one
was
you
not
got?
lost.
Wait, what?
Nanahuatzin had not forgotten his offer to become the new sun, and he had also fasted and purified himself so they might be a fitting sacrifice. The sickly god stepped forward, dressed in garments made of paper, and walked straight up to the raging fire. He stared into the heart of the blaze.
Garments made of paper. He'll go right up in flames.
For just a moment, then threw himself into the very heart of the flames. Nanahuatzin's hair was ablaze. His clothing was ablaze. His skin crackled with the heat of the flames that licked all around his body. Tecuzistecatl saw the courage of the sickly Nanahuatzin and was deeply ashamed. So he also stepped forward and jumped into the flames with Nanahuatzin. An eagle and a jaguar had been watching the sacrifice too. They saw the courage of Nanahuatzin and Tecuzistecatl, and so they joined the gods, throwing themselves among the flames. This is why the eagle's feathers are tipped with black, and why the jaguar is covered with black spots. This is also why the Aztecs created the orders of the eagle and the jaguar to honor their bravest warriors. After the eagle and jaguar had thrown themselves into the fire, the other gods waited to see what would become of
No, maybe that's why I chose the name Gold Eagle, because, I am a warrior.
Nanahuatzin and Tecuzistecatl. Slowly, light began to rim the world. The gods looked all around, wondering where the source of the light was. Then, suddenly, Nanahuatzin burst forth over the eastern horizon, covering the world with the brightest light. His sacrifice transformed him from the lowly, sickly leper god into a new sun god, Olin Tonatiuh, whose name means movement of the sun. But Tecuzistecatl had also transformed by his sacrifice, and shortly after Nanahuatzin rose into the sky, so did Tecuzistecatl. And now the gods had a new problem, for there was not one, but two suns in the sky, and the light they made together was too bright for anyone to see anything. One of the gods snatched up a rabbit that was nearby and flung it into the face of Tecuzistecatl. The rabbit hit Tecuzistecatl so hard that his light was dimmed. That was how the moon was created, and the shape of a rabbit was now permanently marked on his face. Then the gods rejoiced, for now they had both a sun and a moon.
Now, is there a shape of a rabbit on the moon? Is that what we got going on here? I guess I've never heard that before.
But their joy was short-lived.
I always thought the moon was made of cheese.
For Tonatiuh refused to move from his place in the sky until all the gods had sacrificed themselves to it. The other gods grew angry and refused to do this thing. But Tonatiuh was steadfast. He would not move until he had drunk the blood of the other gods. Tlahuizcalpantecutli, Lord of Dawn, who is the morning star, said, "I will stop Tonatiuh. I will save you from having to be sacrificed." Tlahuizcalpantecutli.
I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say the reason nobody knows about this story or can't keep it straight is because there's too many letters in it. There's too many letters in the names. You can't pronounce them. It's not, call him Ted. Ted. Call him Ted or something. I mean, what? I'm just saying.
Threw a dart at Tonatiuh with all his might, but it missed. Tonatiuh threw a dart of his own back at the morning star, hitting him in the head. This changed Tlahuizcalpantecutli into Itztlacoliuqui, curved obsidian, the god of coldness, frost, and obsidian. And this is why it is always cold right before the sun rises. The other gods realized they could no longer refuse what Tonatiuh demanded. They came before him with bare breasts, and Quetzalcoatl cut out their hearts with a sacrificial knife. Once the gods had been sacrificed, Quetzalcoatl took their clothing and ornaments and wrapped them into sacrificial bundles. These sacred bundles were then worshipped by the people. Sated with the blood of the gods, Tonatiuh began to move across the sky, and he has done so ever since. And this was the birth of the fifth sun, the sun under which all life lives to this day. But still, the people offer blood and hearts to the sun to ensure that he is satisfied and to keep him on his sacred path across the sky. Please note that there is no unitary Aztec creation myth, but rather several variant tales of how the world came to be. In this video, we have covered one of the primary myths called the Legend of the Suns. If you want to discover another creation tale, as well as many more captivating Aztec myths, make sure to check out our new book, Aztec Mythology, Captivating Aztec Myths of Gods, Goddesses, and Legendary Creatures. Also, if you haven't already gotten your free mythology ebook bundle, grab it while it's still free.
Angels. I think
all links
is just different names and stuff. That's all this stuff is. These are the, oh my gosh. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on about this kind of stuff. But that's how I see it. Let me close that. There we go. Yeah. I don't know about that one. Hey, check this out. So, let me see if I can do. There's this other thing too I wanted to talk about, but let me pull up. I'll make sure I bring up the right. Here we go. This is the one I want to show ya. Check it out. So I keep trying to make this, and it's not as easy as you would think. This right here. Oh my. Oh, look at this. Did that come? How did that change on your guys' end? No, it didn't. Hold on. Let me go. Here we go. Check this out. Where am I? Oh, where am I? Golly jeepers. Here we go. Oh, jeepers creepers. Here we go. So this, look at this. These, I mean, it's not an easy thing to make. It looks easy, but it isn't. Oh, look at this. I see. So what I think I might try to do, I might try to outline the circles. I might try to outline all of this and paint it. I might. I don't know. I mean, this is going to be hard, you guys. And I think I need help. So you guys got to tell me what you think. What colors should I use? This is a very interesting, it's a very mathematical, as I was creating these, and I've done a couple of them already. So as I was creating them, I noticed that my mind starts to think of numbers. And it's almost like it's telling me something. It's so weird. It's like speaking. And so I know it sounds weird, but it's like almost saying that shapes and numbers and like that it's all connected. It is all connected. And I find it interesting that it makes this, it uses, how do I want to say it? It doesn't divide everything by half. What it does, or oh yeah, it's sacred. Yeah, it's like sacred. Is that what do you mean sacred geometry? Or Mandela? What do you mean? Well, anyways, that's why, because you can see, like, you can't see a square in this one, okay? You can't see a square, but you can see a cube. You can see I'll look it up here in a second. You can see a cube, but you can't see a square. There's nowhere in there is there a square. There's not those. Oh, well, I suppose there is, isn't there? Now that I'm looking at it, wait a second. Good God! Oh, this thing. It's got every shape in it. It's crazy. But this is a division of 3. This Metatron's cube is a total division of 3. When you start with the center, and let me show you. This is how I see it and how I see the numbers. So let me pull up one of the pictures that is here we go. Oh, jeepers. What is this one? Okay. Can I? Well, okay. So this is kind of what I wanted to save image. Maybe I can pull that out. Yay, save. Okay. Let me see if I can save that and I pull it up myself. Let me get back out of there. Let me get out of here. See if I can pull this up. I think I might be able to upload that picture I just downloaded. Overlay. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, you guys. Captures. Here we go. Got it. Okay. Oh my God, I hope it's big enough. I don't know how big this. Oh, good. It's big enough. Let me take this down. Oh, now you can't see me. Dang it. Hold on. There, I'll just leave it up like that. That was funny. Okay, so you see in the center, right? So this is how I see the 3s, obviously. It's the circle. There's one circle. You add 3 on each side of those circles. Basically, that is in half, right? And so you basically put 3 circles on each side. Actually, you start with 1 and then you turn it into 3. And then with those 3, if you want to do it with lines, you can connect the lines. And that's how, oh my God, you guys have made this thing so many different ways. And each way, it's like a binary code that comes out. No joke. It's kind of weird. But basically, so anyways, there's the center, but this is 3 layers of circles. Okay. So if you go in the center, you've got, you put 3 on each side of that circle. And then you've got on each of those, you've got another 3, right? But if you look at it, the center circle, there's 1, 2, 3. It's basically 3 layers of circles. Okay. That's what that is. Okay. Then I don't even know how many lines. Oh my God, you guys. But it starts with a triangle. It's like pi. What is it? What is pi again? 3.1. What is it? Hi, Mike Honcho the third. Good to see you too. Okay. So, okay. Do you see the rectangles? Yeah, I see. So long rectangle. No, it's not a long delay. Stop that. So there's triangles. So you got the inner triangle, like right, like the little baby triangles. There's 6 of them in there, and then there's another medium. Oh my god, there's just so many freaking triangles. I can't even. Right? I only see a couple of squares. Not that many squares. There's like 2, and I don't even think they're really true squares. I think those are off. Those are not real squares. Those are all rectangles. So everything's like off. Like, if you were a half of everything, then it would be, how do I want to say this? Wow. As I'm like doing this and thinking about this, that's kind of what I see in this type of an equation. Is like I see like 1.5. It's 2. Oh my god. So anyways, if we were to actually divide these things into halves and just do doubles, like do 4 circles together instead of 1 in the center, just mirrored everything, it would look a lot different. They have a name for that too. There's several different types of cubes that create these different shapes. But I found that this is like where you start with like 1, 3, 6, 9, that kind of a thing. Where you just that kind of a thing. It's really weird. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just weird. It's very weird. I think that my buddy there might know what I'm kind of talking about. It's just with this geometric shape, it is a division of 3. And that's how I see it. The cool thing about this though is that in it, when I was making the tree that I've been painting, I was trying to make like a 6-pointed star and a 5-pointed star to blend, and I knew it was possible. And so that's what even got me on trying to draw this. And you can see the 5-pointed star right in this, and you can see the 6-pointed star. So I thought that was kind of neat. I am very fascinated by the Metatron cube. Let me tell you. They have I don't even know what the names of some of these things are that they what the hell is this supposed to be? What are they talking about on this text messages stuff? Here, hold on. Let's see if we can pull that up and see. It's super fascinating to me. So I think that some of my future things, I actually might try to make a few of these and see. I've drawn a couple. They're messy. I'm not showing them to you for a reason. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Anyways, okay, so I'm not. But there's that. I thought that was kind of interesting. I am definitely gonna look more into that. Let me close these ones. So I was looking at so many things. You guys, it's so stupid. I wish that I did. I actually was gonna attempt to do that. Let me go and grab it. I'm gonna go grab it. Hold on. Let me go grab that. I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute. Let me take that off of there. I'll go grab it. Yeah. Comes to building stuff. All of physics is in there. What? Oh yeah. The 2 rectangles make the Star of David, and the 8 train. Oh yeah. I don't know. I do not know, but I know that it is crazy just looking at that. Anyways, let's listen to some let's do a quick I guess here, give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, I'm back. Oh, wait. I should probably take my picture off of there. Oh, wow. Okay. So this was an attempt. Oh, look. Okay. Oh, well, anyways, that's my one attempt. I'm still working on this one because as I was doing it, I was trying to write down like what I see. Like when you're making these, you literally have these numbers go through your head. I dare anybody to try this. It is absolutely crazy. I'm telling you. Oh my God. All right. Mr. Know-It-All's calling. Hold on. Yeah? Yeah, you're live.
There's a lot to explain there. It's really hard to do when there's like a 45-second delay or a 2-minute delay. But like I was saying, you can see the six star, the Star of David, and all these other triangles, and there's all made up by two rectangles. But when you intersect them in a certain way, this is that sacred geometry I was talking about, and within it lies all the physics that you need to build the pyramids. Not necessarily just build the pyramids, but all physics when it comes to manufacturing or building anything. All those physics are applied in that diagram that you have there, and the relationship between them. And then there's also, remember we were talking about the golden rule, where the golden ratio, where in nature you continually see the same ratio keeps reoccurring itself. For every trunk of the tree, there's so many stems of the tree, and and the veins in a leaf, and all those different types of things.
Yeah,
that's all related in that same deal. There's so much to say about it, but I guess I can't put that all on a text message.
Well, thank you for calling in.
I'm getting frustrated, like, oh, no, we talked about this.
I know, right? Okay, so like I've been spending like the past like couple days. I've been spending the last few weeks thinking about this. So here's another one that I did. It's so blurry when I hold it up to the light like that. I'll have to get the camera in there. I'll take pictures of these maybe and post them. I don't know. So then I decided I'm going to start something like this one because with it, you have all these shapes. And when I look at this, what does that look like?
Well, I can't see it.
Oh, that's I gotta go. Okay, I'll call you back. What bug? Anyways, okay, so listen. So this, what does that look like to you? Chemical sign, freaking hazard sign, a placard on a truck, maybe. I don't know. Freaking hazmat. That's what that looks like to me. Danger. So basically, this is just the beginning of one of them. And what I did with this one is I was trying to see if there was a pattern that would cause this star by just repeating a pattern. And I'm going to guarantee you there is. And I think I figured out what it is. I think that it's like a line. It's this line that goes from the center of the circle to the edge, or basically the center. So if you make a circle, and from the center of the circle, that line right there, that is like one pattern. But you start with the line. And that's the beauty of it. The line starts first. So when it comes to the chicken and the egg, the freaking chicken came first, okay, everybody? That's what I think. Duplicated itself for funsies. I could be wrong. I don't know. You guys, when it comes to creation, I don't know how God did it, but I just know he did. And that's all that really matters in the end. Now, doesn't it? Does it really matter how he did it? Just as long as he did do it and gave you life. That's where I'm at. Anyways, on another note, I wanted to see this video. I pulled it up right before I was going to go live. And I'm like, well, maybe I'll share it. Probably not appropriate, but we're going to do it anyway. I thought I was curious to see what this was about. I do not know. Hold on. Oopsies. Hold on. I've got the wrong. Let me remove that. Stop that one and do this one. Share. You know what I want to do? Nope, I'm going to just do it like that. Oh, that one. Oh, that looks really cool. Oh, yeah. There you go. I wanted to see this. This is so bad, you guys. I gotta see this. I don't know, but it just looks funny. It just, you know what? All right, I gotta watch.
On January 23rd, 2025, the Dayton International Airport Police Department was called to the scene to the Amazon warehouse for reports of a potential trespass with an employee. The following shows the body-worn camera footage of what happened during the incident.
She was not scheduled.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, I'm just going to shadow you until you figure out where she's at. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
hey, Alex, what is your location? Copy that. I am heading your way.
Where?
How long has she been employed here?
She was a seasonal hire, so I want to
Well, like the
say
2 or 3 should have.
November.
You can cancel checks. I'm good. I'm sorry. How long has she been?
Since about November.
Okay. Is she still seasonal?
Yes, she's right here.
Walking toward us?
Diamond, can you ready to put your card, please?
She said, no, you ain't firing me. I still work here.
Officer Sachs is here to escort you off the building.
I have the proof that I'm holding here right
Diamond.
now. Show you proof. Why would I get escorted off?
Diamond, because we just had this conversation, remember? I asked you to nicely come off the floor and you refused. I said, do I need to call the police? And you said, I'm a grown woman. Would you like me to disrupt her sex? So we can have you escort you off of the premises.
Ma'am, is she fired or not?
Because you are not scheduled and you are refusing to leave.
I have a picture that I'm scheduled for.
Diamond, you do not. I explained to you that was yesterday's shift.
No. I have
Please
a
put away your car.
Do you want to see the proof that I'm supposed to get her?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I'm not leaving it. I'm on schedule. Like if I wasn't on schedule.
Diamond, I'm not going to continue having this conversation with you. I explained to you in detail. I showed you your schedule. I showed you the proof that you were not here. I understand it's a misunderstanding, but
Standing right in front of you?
are being insubordinate.
Say it
and I
like
asked
that,
you-
she doesn't
have you
get it.
beside you?
How am I being?
Yeah, I am here.
Because I have asked you multiple times to clock out and go
I
home.
just told you I have proof. And I
I'm not having an argument with you. Officer Sachs is going to help me escort you.
Ma'am, if you can just gather up your stuff and leave.
No, I just need your device and your badge, please.
I think maybe.
Diamond, I don't need to see your proof.
Ma'am,
I'm about to show her that I have proof that I'm supposed to be here.
This is so annoying. I'd be so annoyed if I was a cop.
We've gone through this already.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a
So is there something we can do for you?
Alex is helping me with the situation. He had the conversation with me, asking her to leave the site.
fucking employee. No, I don't. I still work here. No, no. No, I'm not fired.
Ma'am, how much longer will it be?
I'm on the schedule, so I don't know. I'm looking for
What
Are you actually logging into your app or are you showing us a screenshot? Okay. So can we go ahead and step out off the floor, please? Diamond, respectfully, I've given you multiple seconds. Can we please step off the floor?
Can we just go to the lunchroom? That's not leaving the building, but it's in the lunchroom. That way we can all hear better, okay?
Get her closer to the exit door. Do what you gotta do. Get her close to the
Can you
exit
just
door.
walk this way, please?
Get out. Lock the door. She's going quiet. She's still staring at that phone.
Okay, ma'am. How much longer is this going to take? So have you found your schedule?
When did this?
Okay, ma'am, either you found it or you can't find it.
I started it at 59. So
Well, I'm giving you an opportunity to show me this. How long is it going to take? Because I cannot wait all day. Ma'am?
5 minutes so far.
I'm not going to wait all day, ma'am. What are you looking at? And are you supposed to be here today?
Yes.
Where does it say that?
She's still looking at it. It'll say it's going to change any second now.
Can you show me, please? Because she's not cooperating.
It's going to change any second.
I asked her earlier. It's not trespassing, they're authorized.
I have been authorized to get you on site. I can call and verify. Give me 1 second.
6, 7. Okay, we're almost 7 minutes in.
Ma'am, you told me that several times. I asked if you're making progress.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Yes. She said I have the authorization. You have the authorization to trespass.
Okay, can you say that in a definitive that you want to trespass?
Yes.
Can I have your attention?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the situation. You either leave or they're trespassing you. If you don't leave
I
them,
don't understand what that means.
it means you have to leave.
I'm
You do not have a
supposed to
choice.
be on the premises.
No. If they trespass you, you have to leave. If you do not leave,
I thought that was if I'm not on the schedule. If I'm actually on
the schedule has nothing to do with it,
Yes, it do.
ma'am.
What am I trespassing for? If I'm not bothering nobody.
They
I'm
have
just doing
told you to leave for the day.
But I'm supposed to be on the schedule. So as
That
soon
is
as
irrelevant.
my schedule is about to be up.
That is
anyway,
irrelevant.
So I will leave as soon as it's over.
That is irrelevant. You need to leave. If you do not leave, you can be arrested for trespassing
How can I be arrested for trespassing?
because I will arrest you.
She had an alternate reality that she doesn't. She's not.
So are you going to leave or not?
It's not computing.
Ma'am?
The answer is no, sir.
Yes or no? Are you going to leave voluntarily or are you going to be arrested for trespassing?
How am I be arrested when I'm on the schedule? That doesn't make
Whether
sense.
you're on the schedule or not is irrelevant to me.
How am I being trusted? That's not making sense.
Last time I'm asking.
What am I being trusted?
Last time I'm asking, ma'am.
That's
What am
how
Are you
makes
going to leave
her-
voluntarily or not?
I'm asking, what am I being trusted?
You're under arrest for trespassing.
Sir,
Ma'am,
get off of me. I'm not doing
you
it.
are under arrest for
You are
trespassing.
not. No.
Yes.
How am I trespassing? Because I'm supposed to be on the
They've said
property.
you need to leave.
Sir, I'm walking over. Please don't touch me. What are you doing? I'm not doing anything to you, sir. I'm not. I'm just on. Oh my God. Are you serious?
Yes.
What
Put the
are
phone down. Put the phone down.
No.
Then turn over.
For what?
You are under arrest.
I'm on the schedule.
You are
These
under
are the
arrest for
worst
trespassing
ones.
and not complying.
You're
So I'm on the schedule. What's wrong with you?
squirming.
Sir, what's wrong with you?
You're under arrest for trespassing.
I'm not doing anything, sir. I'm not touching
And if you bend them the wrong way, it's like they're gonna break. No joke.
you. I'm not yelling. What are you doing?
You're under arrest for trespassing.
How am I?
And they're
I'm
done
about
that.
to. I'll leave. I'll leave. I'm on the schedule,
late.
sir.
No, ma'am. You're off the schedule now.
Can you take this on? You can take this on. Okay.
Put your arm behind your back.
You're arresting me for what?
Trespassing.
For trespassing.
You were asked multiple times to leave.
How are you gonna put me in jail for trespassing? I wouldn't leave. I'm being trespassed for being on the schedule.
Yes.
I'm being
Why?
trespassed for being on the schedule. That's crazy. What am I doing? I'm on the schedule. I'm on the schedule for today, and I'm being trespassed. You just dropped me to the ground.
I have
and I'm
one in
not just being
custody.
aggressive. I'm not being aggressive.
Is there backup
or I'm not doing
available?
anything.
Backup. We need backup.
Just say you wanted to take
You
my
like
phone.
one in custody? What was the question?
Just say you wanted
Do you have a
to take my
second
phone.
unit available?
Please bring your second unit because I need to speak to your supervisor.
I have a request. One. I'll leave it anyway.
It's the little ones that are the worst.
Is this? Can you please come take it?
What are we on?
Thanks.
Is it these?
What am I being
Press
right out of the
aggressive
top.
for? Being on the schedule, right?
Turn into detention.
I'm being
Custody.
trespassed for being on the schedule, right?
522K.
It's because it's not.
Okay, check
Like I'm not
78
being
contours.
mean,
Yeah,
aggressive.
there you
I'm
go.
not bothering anybody. Like I don't understand.
Can you put somebody at the door
I still have to grab a cruiser.
for when an officer shows up, they can get let in?
What am I going to jail for? Again? I'm going to jail for being on the schedule.
No, ma'am.
It's going to be the same amount of time.
You were told that you were not working today and you were to leave. You refused to leave despite multiple requests. A trespass was issued, you ignored it. You were under arrest for violation of trespass.
I know
Clear.
that.
10-12.
I'm on the schedule. How am I being trespassed for working? I have a badge. How you going to trespass somebody who has a badge? Can I call my mom?
Just like
No.
this,
I
man.
cannot call my mom.
No,
And I'm supposed to be here.
you can
Just
call
like-
her after things have been worked out.
What needs to be worked out? I'm on the schedule. You're putting me out for being on the schedule.
Yeah.
How you going to trespass somebody?
Hey, Mitch,
What's going on?
That's right.
a copy of the personal information she's provided Amazon. And then I'll be needing a statement from you. How late do you work today? For a couple hours?
Till 1:30, yeah.
Okay.
I can go get that from my computer. And I just hit a report number for my observation team.
Okay.
So let me grab my computer and I'll get back with that info.
We're just refusing to get up? Or are we just, what are we?
She's under arrest for trespass. She's not supposed to be here today. She's refusing to leave the floor.
Okay.
Refused to leave.
Perfect.
So at this point, I was just waiting for backup so I can go through her purse to try and find an ID.
Okay.
Do you have a Miranda card on you?
I do not, we'll
We'll take care of it in the
Go ahead and put her
car.
in the car.
Yep.
She's not gonna go easily. They're gonna have to
Just
drag
that.
her.
All units.
No.
EWS is completed.
Just do me a favor, roll over towards this knee, play it on the ground.
Feel her
Help you get
out.
up.
20 is clear, just information. I'll be en route to that. I'm not good to Tuskegee Gate.
Sir, can I ask you to hold these items, these personal items? Is that glove hers or, we will need the items.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just hold on.
20 to dispatch, just information for the law. One was turned away, one was allowed.
We provide them,
to
we
get entry.
provide these folks
Not
on the
door.
Okay, does she have a second
Driving
one?
this vehicle and having that search.
It looks like she's wearing it.
Okay,
So she can take it, like it's.
we can get it. There you go. And then if you could hand me her personal items.
You're gonna want her vest. That's a work vest. Walk of shame. Walk of shame. Anyways, anything good happen? No.
I'm gonna start it so she's got heat going on.
Hanging on there, right? It paid a lot of money to get weight.
On July 6th, 2024, the Sandusky, Ohio Police Department was called to the scene at the local Cedar Point theme park
Did
for
this
reports of a
transfer?
potential incident at the park. The following shows the body-worn camera footage of what happened during the incident.
Yes, I'm sorry.
You're gonna sign charge, Abby?
Yeah.
All right. Gonna place your hands on your back. You're under arrest for trespassing. What was the reason she was ejected?
She had a phone out on the ride.
Okay.
She was informed that she couldn't re-enter.
Okay. Not for me.
Put her out on the right. That's what she's supposed to do. That'll
We're gonna
work.
go to that car there.
Ruined everybody's day. Even if we shoot her kid? What?
Okay.
What you got? Just 10-4 trespass. So they kicked her out earlier, told her she couldn't re-enter. She came back in and then refused to stop for security. Phoenix, Arizona.
He didn't give no warning, no warning. She ain't even
Okay, she was walked out of the park by security and told she couldn't come back because she came back in.
Well, my thing is, I'm her mother. We paid a lot of money to get her. They did not warn her about having a phone.
Oh,
They did not warn her.
See, here's the deal, guys. I don't enforce the phones. That's not a lots of policy. But they can, if they want to, that's their policy that they kick everybody out who's got a phone out on a ride. I don't deal with that. If you disagree with the reason she was kicked out, you would have to sue them. However, because she came back in, it becomes a criminal issue. It's trespassing, and I am obligated in my duties to arrest her if they want to pursue
Okay,
her.
tag and release her. Okay, tag and
So
release her.
she's going to have to go to the Erie County Jail to post bond. Her bond's going to be $175.
To go home with her.
So you can follow her out there, pay the bond, and she can leave.
Okay.
And I got it all figured out, you guys. I should be doing this. I should be sorting out people. That's what I should be doing, just sorting them all out. I do a good job. Seriously, I love. I'd sort them all.
On January 15th, 2022, the Fort Myers Police Department was called to the scene at Top Golf for reports of a potential incident at the property. The following shows the body-worn camera footage of what happened during the incident.
I'm dangerous. How you doing, sir? I called you guys. I got a guest that's obviously intoxicated, not listening, being belligerent, and treating disrespect to my bay host. Asked him to leave several times. I even offered if he just wanted to play. He's stuck at the top of the stairs with my security. Still not leaving.
Sure. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Sure, you have two options, sir. I need you to walk down the stairs and walk outside. If you talk to me, I'm going to take you outside.
Okay, I'm going to walk out.
All right, so let's go.
Okay,
What in his nose?
All right, come on, let's go. Walk outside.
I don't know what happened with the drone.
Let's walk outside.
What happened?
Let's go. Because they don't want you anymore. Let's go. All right?
You can't see that.
Let's go.
Okay, I can't do that because the police.
Sir, I'm going to ask you one more time, please, to walk down the stairs. I'm going to escort you down the stairs.
I never. I'll be back right here and talk for my and you for
Let's go.
always.
We'll figure it all out outside.
You can see that.
Let's go.
I think I'm meeting. I want to
Don't make me ask you again. Let's walk down the stairs.
You don't want to play.
Doesn't he have a front seat?
Let's walk down the stairs.
Because I don't see the rules where you can say.
Let's go.
What, bro?
I don't know how many times I got to tell you.
Right.
There you go. Very good. I asked you very nicely. Let's cooperate and be a gentleman. How's that? Come on.
Okay.
All right. Now that we're outside, now we can have a conversation. What's going on?
Okay. I'm outside. What do you want to how to do?
All right. So you good? You leaving?
Okay.
All right. Let's go.
I'm leaving.
All right.
I'm leaving.
All right. Let's go then. If you don't want to talk about it, let's go.
I'm not driving.
Okay. That's great.
I'm not driving.
That's awesome.
That's it.
If you want to talk about it, I'll talk with you. If you don't, then we're not talking.
I'm not driving. I have the rules all in the United States.
What is he doing? Talking to the back of his phone?
For what reason? You know? Every police knows. God damn it.
In the concrete.
All right, I can get you spray or anything.
All right, so can you tell me what happened today? Is that you're referencing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Is there anything else
I
you
don't
think of that
care.
you might be forgetting that's
Anyways,
important?
here's all I got. All I got.
No, but just he kept on not listening to us, and obviously with the security guard too, wouldn't listen to the security guard, and that's when he wouldn't listen.
Yeah, okay, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Look, it's a short night. Well, I've been I'm on my weeks where I start early and I get off work early, which is really nice. But it makes me really tired. I just want to sit around and not do anything. I'll talk to you guys later. Go sit around and do nothing. I'm sure there's somebody else streaming. I'm going to go watch them right now. You guys have a good night. see you later.